Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about Prince of Thorns and Nightmares by Linsey Miller. This one is the second one in Princess YA or Princess series published by Disney Press, and they are basically retellings of the Disney movies that we know and love but from the princess point of views. And this one is the second one in the series, as I said, and it's being released on the 3rd of October. The first one in the series was Prince of Song and Sea. That was Eric from The Little Mermaid. This one is Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty. And the tone of these stories are, if you're unaware, very young. So it's not like upper YA. I would definitely call it really low YA in age range, which is nothing wrong with it, but I feel like it's a good thing to know before starting them. I feel like they can have a bit even of a middle grade tone, at least like very upper middle grade. I know some people really don't like that tone, so I just want to say that before you maybe decide to pick it up. I personally really love middle grade, and I really love a light-hearted fun book, so for me it works really well and like I enjoy them. But I know that some people don't love like a young tone. It depends a bit on what they want, or at least they should be aware of it before reading it. So this one is, as I said, following Prince Philip. We have him in the days, like, you know, he meets Princess Aurora when she's a baby. We don't need to talk about that. You know, when she gets cursed by Maleficent. And then we have all the years in between before they meet again. If you watch the movie, I assume you have, you know. So we have like, we don't cover all the years day by day, but we have that period of time. Like, what does he do with his life? He doesn't just sit and stare out the window and wait for Princess Aurora. He does stuff. He is a knight. He is not really excited to marry someone he never met, just met as a baby, just because his parents told him so. And he also has these dreams about this girl called Briar Rose, who is really his rival. They don't really like each other, and then he gets to know her better. And I don't know how much you know about the names in Sleeping Beauty, but if you know, you know. Then we eventually get to like the timeline of the movie, etc. And then the things play out as we know, but we have a lot more context to it. So what I really enjoyed about the last one in the series, just to compare, is that in that one, I felt like all the things that happened there could have happened in the movie. And this one has the same vibe, because I like to think that, oh my god, this is canon, even though like it obviously doesn't happen on screen in a movie. And I felt like the first one really like captured that, just added stuff and context, then at the same time also added like completely new things that could have happened, just not on screen. And I really enjoyed that. And I thought it was really well done. And this is obviously the same author and all that. I just don't think that for me this held up the same way the first book did. It was just a lot in the beginning of like what Prince Philip was doing, and I felt like he was literally running around in circle in the forest, and I'm like, I don't care. And then he had these dreams, and I was like, I don't care. And I especially didn't care about these dreams, which are like a very big part of the story, because they already have this established relationship, because they have been dreaming about each other for years, but we don't get to see those years. We just literally fall asleep, and it's just like, oh, there she is. And I was just like, what? I had to reread it twice because I thought I missed like some context or something, and I just, maybe I did, but I just felt like they already had all these like established emotions and like stuff feeling for each other that I like completely missed. And it was there. And it was just how it was supposed to be. And I just thought that we should have had, in my opinion, like the first dream. And then just have like many dreams over many years. And just like, I don't know, summarize those dreams in a way. Maybe that would have been boring, but that would have given more context of how these people feel toward each other, because now I was just told they feel like this way and I just didn't get it. And it's a huge part of this story. And I would just have Philip's story himself. He finds out that he has magic and he's gonna like train. That storyline goes a certain direction. I was like, what? Because it was just like, it was so much back and forth, and I was just like, okay. And then obviously we have like the finale of like when he goes into, you know, know, Civil War and all that. It just happened so fast. It just didn't have an impact on anything. I blinked and it was over, like 3 pages or something. And I felt that, while of course it is maybe expected that people already enjoy Sleeping Beauty, etc., I just felt like it didn't carry enough on its own to be like an enjoyable story. I barely cared, and I only cared because I care about like the Disney princesses, because that's what I loved when I grew up, and like I still love it. It just didn't manage to make me engage in this story. Philip's story was, well, as I said, first of all, boring, and it was just uninteresting, and things that like were revealed or like we were doing just wrapped up like really suddenly or like in a weird way, and I just didn't get that, like, I guess, feeling from the story that I enjoy. I did get it in the first one, but personally this one just didn't live up to like what the story is. So what I'm trying to say is that if I didn't already care about Prince Philip, I wouldn't care about this at all. This of course can be different for many people. Some people might really see like the Sleeping Beauty story in this, but I didn't. And of course you have to think that, well, it's a book, it's not a movie, but it is made to the movie. It is made to be parallel to that story. So I was just like, hey, I don't know what to tell you. And even like the reveals or like when connections happen, it was just like, hey. And I was like, this is it. Because I thought that at least we would get like a more emotional impact, emotional reveal for Philip, at least for his inner self. But if we were just like, nah, and then we were over, and I was like, okay. So yeah, I guess I just wanted more of everything, deeper of everything. I wanted to feel, it didn't feel connected to the movie at all in the beginning. I wanted to feel more connected to it, and when it did, it just, so like, I didn't get entirely what I wanted in any place of this book, which made me just not enjoy it as much. It wasn't okay, like, I'm not saying it's terrible, like the worst thing I ever read. It was entertaining, it's a very easy read, and it's still fun to see it play out, but it just didn't manage to keep my attention and give what I wanted from this like I got from the first one. But I would still read them. I'm curious, I don't know which prince we get in the next one. Maybe Snow White, since like that's coming. I don't know. But overall, didn't love this one, but I feel like they are for a certain audience that maybe it's not, I was gonna say maybe it's not me, but I really enjoyed the first one, so I don't know. I would recommend it for an audience that like I could see enjoying this. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think it's a really great way to maybe get a certain age to read as well, because they are very, very approachable, very, very easy to read. And if you're already like, you know, the movies, they're like, oh my god, but it's about Prince Philip that you're crushing on, and then they can read the books. I think it's a good way to make people read like that. And I get that they're supposed to be sweet tale stories, but again, just didn't get anything from it, while like I really, really enjoyed the first one. So I'm ending up giving this like a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It's not completely a 2, and I would round it up to 3, but I'm still feeling like, yeah, it was okay overall. And that, I think, is all I want to say. I don't really have anything more. Leave like a thorn emoji down below if you enjoy this. That would be maybe just a flower, but I think it's a thorn emoji. And you should see me soon in a new one. Thank you so much for watching. Pick this up if this sounds interesting to you though, because I do think there is an audience for it. And goodbye!